Welcome to the 2019 Central Lyon May Term Podcast. My name is Colby, and I'm joined by Carrie Ann, Carter, Addison, and Connie. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Colby.
All right, this podcast is mostly going to be talking about dating and what you should and should not do. And we're going to start it off in the beginning, in middle school, and how you really shouldn't date.
Throwing it back to middle school.
Back to middle school, hitting the hallways in middle school. I feel like, dating in middle school is something, I don't know. It's like the first years of you finally being able to not have to line up in a line, going out of your classroom. Yeah. You get to browse the halls by yourself and independently. Maybe go up to a girl's locker, spit some game.
Yeah, I never did that. I was too scared.
And I feel like you were the guy that was always going up to that girl's locker like, "What's up, baby? How you doing?"
Yeah.
No, I did not do that. I was
But
scared.
I also think that obviously as you get older, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, by 8th grade, then it's like really starting to go down, you know?
Yeah.
6th grade, you're just kind of nervous. 7th grade, you're kind of in between, and then
8th grade, you got big egos because you're the top dogs.
You're
in the
the
middle
hot
school.
dogs in middle school. So I feel like dating in middle school is more likely when you're 7th and 8th grader.
Yeah.
I
feel like it's
because you got more options to pick
I feel
from.
like dating is even going
Ooh.
lower in the middle.
Metzger.
Because they're younger
What?
than you. I mean, most people date younger, I feel like.
You think so?
I
think
think
so.
boys, only boys.
Yeah, dudes.
Okay, but that's
Yeah,
half the
yeah.
relationship. Then the other half's having to date older.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Hup zing.
I think that dating is going even lower into like elementary these
Oh, I
days
agree.
too.
I
'Cause
agree.
Yeah.
It all starts with a phone. It all
Yeah,
starts
it does.
with a phone. Parents are granting their kid with a phone. Then they have
My
text,
cousin
Snapchat.
in kindergarten has Snapchat.
Exactly.
What a shame.
It's not good.
No, she'll start dating in like 2 years.
But that's just the sign of the changes, I guess.
yeah.
I mean,
As technology advances, kids might start.
dating has changed
Yeah,
a lot too.
it's quite sad, but
I
it is
mean,
what it is.
It's whatever. And it's definitely different just from when we were in middle
Yeah.
school. I know for a fact we all didn't
not
have
a
phones
there was like
until
maybe half the class that would have a phone.
probably in 7th and 8th grade. Maybe
Yeah.
not even 7th grade.
When did you get your phone?
8th grade.
Addison, high school.
yeah,
Addison,
mine high school.
Addison's awaiting his phone.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Haven't got a
No.
phone yet.
I mean, I got mine in 6th grade, but I live in Dune, so I kind of need one
Yeah.
to contact my parents.
Yeah.
I think
Dune
you don't
kids
need
are
a
an
phone until
exception.
you're a freshman in high school. I mean,
It's all what parents think.
Yeah.
It boils down to that. And who's dating and not in middle school kind of does boil down to the parents, because if you can hang out
Yeah.
with different sexes on weekends and stuff, that I feel like kind of.
I feel like and dating these days too has changed way more than it used to.
Mm-hmm.
Like my grandpa was telling me a story how he asked my grandma on a date before, and he was like, "Yeah, I knew who she was. I didn't know her, so I just went up to her and I was like, "Hey, do you want to go on a date?"
Exactly. And now you have to like get to know someone.
You have to like
a while before you even
you have
start
to
to date.
text them for like 2 to 3 months before asking them out on a date. You have
Uh-huh.
to get them. You have to get to know them way better.
I
Than
don't know if that's the best approach to doing it.
Well, I
but
don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's
Is
just a sign of the change.
It's a little different.
I mean, is it good different or what do you think?
I don't know. I still have mixed opinions on it.
What's your opinion on it though?
I have mixed opinions on it.
Well,
I feel like
Let's hear a couple.
let's hear a couple. Come on.
Okay, I feel like back then, I feel like today we expect too much out of relationships. So
The picture's painted a little too big.
yeah, and
All right.
back then they definitely didn't expect a lot out of a relationship. So I feel like that's why people stayed together a lot longer back then. And
Yeah.
weren't so easy to get.
But that also
weren't
has
so
to do with
quick get-
technology. I mean, there wasn't.
Visco's a big one. Girls see on Visco what they think a boyfriend should be like, and then they have huge expectations.
I would agree with
Yeah,
that. 'cause
social
there's
media plays.
I feel like social media in general is like
Exactly. So back in the day, they didn't have as much technology.
know.
It was like you went to their house, horse and buggy. You walked to their house. You were just, it was eye to eye. You went on a date. It wasn't like text.
And I think
Here.
that's the right way to do it.
Okay.
Well, it's
Still.
all opinion.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know.
okay.
I'm just saying that's my opinion.
That's fair.
But how about what do you think?
Yeah.
I think there's a happy medium. I don't think horse and buggy is the right way. I don't think going on a phone and never seeing the person's the right way. I think you got to have balance between the two.
I feel like
Oh.
today though, people just date to be called a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
Possibly.
Where in like
Yeah.
last the 50s or whatever, people would date to get a spouse. Like they would date in high school.
Date to marry.
Date to marry.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
I
And
could,
then people these days just date to date.
I could agree with
We're
that.
obviously doing something wrong these days because, I mean, the divorce rate, it's like 40-some% people get divorced in America. So, I mean,
But
feel
is
like some-
divorce just becoming a new norm?
Yeah,
I feel
it
like it
happens all the
is.
time, so it's
But
not
back
out
then
of
You
So,
can
it
yeah.
get
wasn't a
divorced
big
so
thing.
easily these days.
Exactly. So I do, feel like it's probably not the best, but it's
No.
just how things are working out, I guess.
I guess. I mean, as we're talking about dating, do you guys like to date somebody that's shorter or taller than you?
I don't think it matters if you like them, you like them.
I
I
agree.
was going to agree with you on that one.
I don't. For a girl, I think she has to be shorter than the guy.
But, I mean,
Oh, in most cases, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, but like,
okay, let's say they have a great personality.
Okay, let's say.
What would you prefer? Shorter, tall?
I'd prefer a shorter girlfriend.
shorter.
For sure. Like, real short.
Well, not like real short, but like
I like short, though.
a good
Short,
3 to 4
short.
inches shorter, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no like, well, I'd even maybe go 5 or 6, because if you go on a date and she's wearing heels, then she'll be taller than you.
That is true.
It's a very good point.
So then you got to go like, jeez, they make heels that are like 7 inches, I feel like.
That's why for like prom and stuff, girls wear Converse instead of heels because they don't want to look taller than their date.
Is that also a thing for girls? Do they want to be shorter than their boyfriend?
Ladies?
I feel like, yeah. I feel like girls want to be shorter, but I guess if you fall in love with someone, you can't change that. It doesn't matter. I mean,
That's
yeah,
fair.
it is what it is.
That is true.
Connie?
I've always been short, so I don't really care.
The thought of being tall has never really crossed your mind.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
With heels or without heels, I've always been short.
For some reason, short people love being short.
I would hate it.
It's not that we.
That's,
we don't
that's
like
what
it,
they're
we
used
can't
to. So, I
help
mean,
it.
they don't know anything
That's
else.
what my
Nothing they can
girlfriend
do
said.
about it, but she said she liked being short.
Yeah, she loves being short.
She puts heels on and she hates it.
Yeah.
Why? I don't get
I'm
that.
like, okay, fine with me.
All right.
All right. Okay. Let me think.
What's
quick.
next on the list, Colby?
Let me think quick. He can cut this out. All right. So talking about the heightness and stuff. Now let's go into like.
Okay, we got to redo that.
A heightness.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're talking about. Okay. We're talking about the girl and like the. I'm doing it again. Cart. I'm trying to say like
Okay, hey, I'll take it, all right?
a girl going in.
All right,
like
I
what
got
would the
it.
date would be?
All right. So, as we're talking about heights of each,
Yeah. Okay. It's hard to okay. Okay. So as we're talking about the physical appearance of a girl, like, I can't think of it.
all right, no, I'll try and take this one, all right?
Like try and make
No,
it into
I'll
like
try
the
and take
date.
it. I'll
Okay.
try. I think
You have to figure out where you're going with it.
I know where I'm trying to go for. I'm
we
trying
know.
to go from
we
here
just
to
have bad
how,
transition words. Holy smokes. Okay, here, I'll try and tackle it.
To,
Ready? Okay, ready?
what the date would
Alright.
what kind of date you would want to
Alright.
have.
As we're going off of heights of girls and guys in dating, yeah, I don't know.
Just be like, okay.
What is height?
I have it. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Okay.
Zip it, zip it,
Okay, here
zip
we go.
it, zip
Here
it,
we
zip
go.
it, zip it, zip it.
No, here we go. I got it. All right. As we're talking about the specs of height and stuff, what would you think the ideal situation would be for dating a girl?
Situation.
Like, are you saying like the date you go on with them, or
I don't know at this point.
okay?
But
Can
we
I
have
just
like
say
5 minutes worth of cuts.
If you could pick a perfect date, what would it be?
Yeah, just say that.
Because it's
Okay, here we go.
You don't need to mention anything.
anything about height.
All right.
It's in a relationship.
All right, all right,
Doesn't
zip
matter.
it, zip it, zip it.
Dude,
Okay,
we're never gonna
going
get
in.
we're never gonna get boyfriend girlfriend.
You're right. So let's talk about the perfect date that you guys would like to have. Addison, what date would you prefer to have? Like,
Let's hear it, Addison.
let's hear what
Wait,
your
you
idea.
mean like going out to eat?
Yeah.
Like, what is
I
your-
like to do?
What is your typical date that you
If
like
you
to go
could
on?
pick something, what would you do?
I would. Okay, I think first off, going out to eat, great option.
It's a good start.
Make sure it's not like a really fancy restaurant,
But not like a
but
Chuck
not
E.
like
Olive
a
Cheese.
Garden.
food-
Olive
or
Garden?
not like a fast food
You
restaurant.
thinking like an Olive Garden or
I'm
what?
thinking an Olive Garden. That's what I'm
Olive-
thinking.
You go to Olive Garden a lot, or
I went there on my first date.
Anyway, no big deal.
Yeah, and then a movie. Those are always good. Really, because then you don't have to. You gotta love movies. on first dates.
Okay, what
Because
Yeah.
because here's
It
the
kind
reason.
of chills
here's
the mood a
reason.
little bit because
You don't have to talk to him.
Exactly.
You don't have to
focused on
talk
the
to
mood.
him. Yeah.
But I mean, you still want to talk to him on
You
the
wanna
first
get to
date.
know
Still wanna
him. Oh,
talk.
yeah,
But
yeah.
no, I
No,
know
but
what
you
you're
don't-
saying.
If you're really an
It
awkward
kind of
person,
chills
yeah.
the mood out a little because you just had a movie. You can talk to him before
You can
the movie
just
starts.
Throw in little
talk to him
comments
after.
every once in a while. It doesn't really matter because you're doing something.
Exactly. I can agree.
What movie would you take her to? Just any movie she'd want to see, or
Yeah,
do
we
you
talking
go
horror
a set
or-
Definitely-
specific genre?
You gotta do like no, not a horror. Not
No.
yet in the
I would
relationship.
say
I'd take
I'd
it
say
up
a
around
scary
eight.
movie. Scary
No,
movie.
not
They'll
yet in
cuddle
the
up next to
relationship
you.
because you're not
Ooh,
that close
Metzger.
with them.
Do you
You're not
think
that
she'd
close
cuddle
with
up
them.
next to you?
Yeah, exactly. You don't
No.
want to do that right
I don't
away.
know.
You gotta wait later to go to scary movies because then she'll cuddle up next to you. But
Movie theater or your house?
Okay, my house. That's
Doesn't
a
have a
no
TV.
go.
Oh no, yeah, you can't go to your house. Gotta go.
Okay.
For you, you gotta go to the
We
girlfriend's
picked the
house.
wrong
No
person.
TV.
No, okay. This is what I'm saying. You gotta go to a comedy. Comedy. Those are great.
I would agree with that. I think
a
because then you'd be like
light-
kind of laughing
light-
the whole
yeah,
time.
Lighter mood.
So
lighter
comedy on
mood.
the first date, and then horror on second or third, or what are you thinking?
third or fourth.
Well,
Okay.
who said we're going
Okay.
on a movie the
Yeah,
second and third
exactly.
date?
Yeah.
Second
What
date-
if the first date goes bad?
Well, I'm not saying that either.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Is that okay?
I
What
don't.
would
I
you
don't
wanna
think
s-
on a date you should get into a routine where you always got to
Yes.
eat. You
I
always
would
got
think
to
maybe
movie.
mini golf or something on the second date.
Rollerblading if you're going on a rollerblading date?
That would be a little awkward. I feel like. No, maybe not.
Can you
Probably 'cause you
rollerblade?
can't rollerblade.
I'm not athletic.
Can you
I
rollerblade?
can rollerblade.
Carrie Ann is not Addison's boyfriend, by the way. They are cousins. That wouldn't work.
I'm not athletic, so I would not like doing that. Like,
Exactly. You gotta let the woman pick.
and girls are probably not going to
Yeah.
want to get sweaty on a
So-
date.
You can't
so.
have the girl pick all the time, though. I feel like you have to have a
True.
good
You want
mix.
you want their opinion. You
Well, the
want their
guys do wear
opinion.
the pants, so.
Not
That's a
always.
very good
I've
point.
been on a date where
I feel like in a relationship, the guy should wear the pants.
one time.
I agree.
Hey, can I?
I
share?
agree, too.
Okay, obviously
I
that doesn't hold
think-
true all the time, but I
think
feel like
guy-
in
yeah.
Guys,
in
gotta
traditional dating, I feel like the guy should
guys
be.
ask out the girl. Guys drive the car.
Guys pay
pick the
for the
music
meal.
too because they're driving.
Okay, they pick the
No,
music.
Guys
should
pay
not-
for the
Guys
meal.
pay
No.
for the
Boys
meal.
do not. Some boys just don't have good music. Why should the guys pick the music?
Because they're driving.
Because they're driving.
Let's calm
You
down.
cannot distract a
You know
driver
what?
with bad music.
Can I
Well,
share
yeah,
a
yeah,
personal
let's
experience?
just
here?
Okay.
talk one at a
Okay.
time. One at a time.
Here we go.
I got a personal experience.
All right.
One time I went on a date and I drove and I walked in, I ordered for my boyfriend and I also paid for the meal. And the cashier said, I see who wears the pants in this relationship, and I think it's changing now. I think
Okay.
that girls can do about just as
I
much
feel
as
like
the boys.
you decided to do this because he
But I
was
don't think
paying
it's
for
necessarily
everything
right.
else.
Yeah, he does like to pay, and so I wanted to, sometimes girls want to, I don't want to just be paid
They want to
for
give
all the
back a
time.
couple times.
But I'm telling
Yeah,
you
I
right
feel
now, they'll
bad.
never pay for as much as the boys pay.
Okay, wait.
I don't
dude,
know about
But
that. I bought my
some
boyfriend
boys-
geese.
I
Every time
agree.
I go on a date, the boy doesn't. He doesn't let me pay. He doesn't want me to pay.
Yeah, that's true.
Do
so
girls
it's like-
feel bad when the guy has to pay?
I do.
Yes, I always leave money somewhere, and I'm like, oh look, I found $20
Yeah.
of yours, and I just give them to him because
Oh,
I
Connie.
feel bad.
Connie.
That is pretty. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty
Because
sweet,
like
Connie.
I don't want people. I don't
You're
like
so
people.
nice.
You must
Otherwise-
have a really lucky
Unless you're a really
boyfriend.
good friend, you can spend all the money on me you want. I don't care.
Or you just tip good if they pay, and you just say, I'm going to tip them
Oh,
20
that's
bucks if
another
you don't let
thing.
me pay.
Oh,
Tip
time
him-
out. Time out.
Tip him $20.
Yeah, what
I've
are we
done that.
tipping? On the
Hey,
first,
yeah,
second,
first
third
date.
date,
First
what are we
date.
tipping?
You're tipping $5 if you're getting like a $30 meal. That's what I usually
I think
do.
the person that doesn't
$5,
pay
that's
for the
all.
meal should tip.
Uh,
Maybe not on the first date, but after that, like my boyfriend pays for the meal, I'm going to tip him.
Well, I've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
I feel like just tipping him.
But here's an example of me feeling bad towards my girlfriend because we were gonna go out to eat and it was my birthday and she wanted me to pick and I was like no you pick but
Yeah, I hate that.
but I was like okay you really want me to pick and I said Arby's and then that didn't go too well.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
it was a fast food restaurant.
They
and I was
have
like,
something in the back of their mind.
Yeah,
like,
they
always
"Dude,
have
I hope
something
they
in
pick
mind."
this, but I don't want to say it.
But girls would
Exactly.
rather have the guy take control and just pick and.
So guys wear the
Goes back to my
Pants.
point that guys wear the
Really?
pants in a
There you
relationship.
go.
The girls
Except
are
for when the
dependent
girls
on the guy.
drive and pick
There
and
you go.
pay.
It's because guys don't always like try.
The amount
as
of
hard as
times the
girls do.
guys drive
who tries harder,
and,
guys or girls?
and pay
I feel like
outweighs.
it depends on who really wants the relationship. If the guy really wants it, he's gonna try harder, and the girl, if he's trying to get reel the girl in, the girl's just gonna be like, whatever.
I'd agree with
But
that.
if it's equal, then they're both gonna, try pretty hard. I'd say.
I feel like that goes away from traditional dating though. if the girl starts to do
Yeah.
everything the guy is intended to do. And yes, the guy is intended to drive.
Do we have to stay
I don't
in
know about the
traditional
music.
dating?
No, but the guy.
Well,
My belief is I think the guy should be
that's
in
exactly.
charge.
I think that.
I
too.
agree. I think that's good, but I feel like it's starting to go away from that a little bit. I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
agree.
girls
It
are
is,
starting
yeah.
to be the ones to
So
ask
we
guys
need
out. Or
to kind of loop it back to
What
where
kind
it
of
should be.
dating was that in psychology? Sociology class?
I agree, Kroll.
Yeah.
I didn't
Thanks,
catch
buddy.
that, but it's all right. What were we talking about? Oh, dating.
Dating, yeah.
Dating, yeah, dating. But like okay, would you guys prefer to go to a date? Like, if you had to choose either a movie or a dinner date, what would you choose?
dinner, hands down.
Dinner.
Why?
Like,
Connie, say why.
Because I don't really like. To me, I don't like movies. I don't like sitting there. Like it's just boring.
How do you
Like,
not like movies?
Good.
I feel,
Bro,
Books are always
you can
way
eat
better.
at
You
a
can
movie.
there you go.
not
Get a nice
Two
hot
birds,
dog.
one stone.
Oh, or you
There
could
you go.
go out to eat, go home and watch a movie.
yeah.
That's
Why
okay.
can't you do both?
Less expensive.
How about like a?
Not if you smuggle candy into the movie. Ooh.
Ooh.
But candy's not supper.
Hey,
It
look
is
at-
for
can
some
be.
people.
It can be.
how about like
Depends how
some
much
mini
you
golf
eat.
or something?
I agree.
Yeah.
I think
Mini
mix
golf?
it up a little.
I'm
I
so
think it's
bad at
fun.
mini golf.
Yeah.
Exactly.
agree.
I don't like just watching movies all the time. You
Yeah,
gotta get
you
outside
cannot
and-
get into a rhythm, and a
Yeah.
lot of
Going
people
on
do
a
that, and
hike.
it's really easy to do because you just keep doing the same
like
thing over
like
and over and over.
outdoors. You get. I feel like people. I feel like kids are moving away from outdoors these
They're,
days with
they're
their
getting
with
more
their
enclosed.
yes.
Yeah, I
more
agree.
of the technology
agree.
with
I
the
agree.
girlfriends. And yeah, on first dates, it's okay to be around a movie because obviously you don't want to be awkward.
And it's okay to every once in a while
yeah,
do a movie.
yeah. But it's good to get outdoors and like let's say go trapping with your girlfriend or something.
You know, that's probably the most Metzger thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it is.
How would you feel if you were on a date and someone was on their phone?
yeah.
I wouldn't like
Is
it.
that disrespectful?
That's definitely disrespectful.
Yeah, I don't.
You're there
I
for
hate
each
it.
other,
I hate-
not
no,
the phone
okay, are you
time.
talking
Doesn't
about first
bother
date?
me.
You can
or-
go on your phone anytime you want.
It doesn't bother me that much.
Does
but-
it
I'm
matter
saying
if
you
it's
can
your
go on
first-
your phone anytime you want, not during the date. You can
Yeah.
any rest of the day you could go on your phone.
No, it definitely matters if it's on a first date because that means they don't
They're
They
not
don't
They're
really
not
care.
interested.
But if it's in the 15th date and you guys are really close and they're just checking their phone, I don't think it's
I
that big of a
agree.
deal.
I agree with you, Addison.
So it depends when.
But what if
Yeah.
like
Where you're at in
for a
your
guy's
relationship.
standpoint, what if their favorite team's on playing a game right then?
Well,
Ooh,
see, the
I've
guy
had
wears
that-
the pants,
I've
so
had
it's
that
okay.
happen.
Oh, there you go.
I've had that
Yeah,
happen. We were at Applebee's. one
That
time.
always
the guy
happens
wears
with
the
me,
pants,
like,
but
Michigan will be
I don't think
I
you
know.
should do that.
I was just kidding.
Alright,
Giants will be
alright.
playing a baseball game, and I'm like, what's the score quick?
Well, here, how about this? You just go to a restaurant that has TVs.
Hey,
That's
how
Right.
about this?
good.
That's that's
How
what's
about
happened
this? How about
before,
you
but
just ask your girlfriend if you can just check the score of the game real quick?
Is that
Or
rude
just-
though? Is it rude if you go to like B-dubs because you know there's a game on, so you sit there the whole time and just stare at the TV
Yeah,
and
I don't
watch
like that.
and you
I
don't
don't
pay
like
attention?
that.
I feel like that's kind of the same as your
Yeah.
phone.
I think you just ask if you can just check the game. Real
I think you
quick.
should just record it and watch it later. Check the score
I
every
don't
once
like
in a while.
recording and watching games. I
'Cause
like
by
I
some
have-
point, someone's gonna cough up what
Yeah.
happened. Yeah.
I have to watch the game live.
So then you just gotta plan your dates around games or what?
Yeah.
If that what it
Yeah.
boils down
Hey,
to.
when,
Yeah,
when,
it does.
when do you guys?
Especially during the fall when Michigan's playing, I gotta schedule it around that.
Hey, what do you guys think is the most awkward part of first dates?
Not being able to talk to them, because I feel like
Not knowing what to talk
with
about.
technology these days, kids don't know how to talk to a girl like face to face,
Or
Yeah.
a boy.
I feel like
or a boy,
not.
guy
I
or
feel
boy.
like the biggest
whatever you like to do, guy, girl, it's harder to talk to them face to face.
the biggest fear I had was saying something that I probably shouldn't have said. Like,
Or
how
push
do you
them
say? Do
away.
you say, "Oh, you're looking good tonight" when they first get in on a first date or not? I mean, what do you? Do you say
You
that?
don't wanna
Do
scare
you're
them
talking,
off.
you're talking pickup lines.
Or do you
or
just
what?
say, "Hi, what's up?" Or do you say,
Hi, how are you?
"You're looking good"?
Dude, I think you just gotta do whatever you think you
You
gotta
just
do.
gotta be
whatever
yourself.
comes first to your
Don't do
mind,
what
just be
she.
there.
Just be
Ooh.
yourself. 'Cause
See, that's not always true.
Don't
always
change your
do. Don't always do
personality.
the first
No.
thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah,
'cause
and
that doesn't
sometimes
go
if you
over
just
well
try and be yourself,
sometimes.
it's gonna be way.
Yeah.
you no, I think personally, I think you need to just be yourself. Because if you're not yourself, they're either not gonna like that person or they are, and you can't just be someone else
Yeah,
all the
but
time.
sometimes you
don't
don't
change
have
your
self-control, and sometimes the first things that come to your mind aren't the best things that come to your mind.
That's why you gotta have a filter.
Metzger, I don't want you to expand on that anymore.
Yeah.
Next subject.
I'm good, buddy.
All right. What are your go-to driving songs?
Soft pop.
Thomas Rhett.
Thomas Rhett.
I think country.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
country,
country.
but I didn't know if he was.
Well, not everyone agrees with
You can either be country or it can be a wide
I'd say
variety.
country.
Some good Jason Derulo.
Oh yeah,
You
classic.
both like Jason Derulo? That's like perfect. You guys are set.
Uh-huh.
Jason Derulo. All right. Okay. I know I'm going off what I said, but I usually just let them choose because I don't really care what my music is, to
Right.
be honest.
As
What
long
if
as
they
not,
have
like,
really
heavy
bad like
rock.
music taste? Like,
I
do you
don't
just
really
not say
care.
anything?
Then you educate them and
Then
you
I'm
give
like,
them your
wow,
taste.
your music's really bad. Let me educate you.
Who
quick.
picks the music, the driver or the passenger?
Passenger.
Driver.
Driver. No.
Driver.
Passenger.
Here,
no,
I
passenger.
will-
You
Driver.
can't go on your phone while you're driving.
You
That's
don't.
why-
You set it up and it's a playlist. It just goes through
Just
each
keep
song.
on going.
Because if it's bad music, the driver's gonna be distracted, and then they'll probably go in the ditch. But if
very
it's
good
your
point.
music, you're focused, you're feeling it, and you're just gonna
I
die.
agree with you, actually.
I'd agree.
It's not that big
Surprisingly, I agree with you.
I'd agree.
a deal. Okay. Okay. Let's just say enjoy it while it lasts, because this will be your last podcast.
Yeah. Boom. Roasted.
All
I
right.
think I've made some great points over this podcast.
Yeah, yeah, I'd
No,
agree, but-
back to the awkwardness, though, if that's all right with you
Yeah,
guys.
that's all right. That's all right. Go back to it.
Connie brought up a great point. Eating. When you're eating,
Ooh.
if you're
Ooh, yeah.
Don't
yeah,
chomp. Don't
I
chomp.
I tend to eat with my mouth open.
Yeah,
and
don't
I
do
hate
that.
that.
That's
Don't do
unattractive.
that.
Unattractive.
I know. It sucks. I had to chew with my mouth closed, and it sucks. I hate eating. I hate going out to eat, just because of that reason. I can't eat my food.
You really got to work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really have
Now
to.
it's okay. 'Cause
It's so annoying when people chomp their
I just
food.
yeah, it sucks.
Just yeah, don't chew with your mouth open. Rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'd agree.
And if you do, you just have to really work on it.
I
Or
would-
just you know what?
I would-
Diet plan.
Hey, what's a deal breaker during a date? What's that? What are you looking? What are you
They're
looking
easy
for?
to talk to.
Yeah. If they're funny, I love funny people.
How about you, Curl?
What was the question? Sorry.
Like, what's the biggest thing you're looking
What's
for?
the deal breaker?
Yeah.
in a
Like
girl?
yes
The
or
deal
no.
breaker in a date. Yeah, I'd probably say if they're easy. I'd say if they're easy to talk to.
Like if it's really awkward.
If
like,
it's just going, if the night's just going and time. Oh, this one.
Time flies.
If time flies when you're on a date, that's
you
when you
know it's a
yeah, but if it's taking
Good one.
forever to get your food, like everything just seems really slow, then
yeah.
no deal.
I'd agree.
You have to be
See,
really.
I don't give up on first dates. Or I don't.
Well, no, I'm
First
saying
date-
not
No.
just first date in particular.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking.
just like every time you
When you're
hang out
dating-
with them, just time flies and you're like, oh, it's 9:30 when it was 5 o'clock when it feels
Yeah.
like 5
Yeah,
minutes.
I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
though, like if I went on a first date, I'm not gonna. I'll probably if I go on a first date, I'll probably go on a second. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
just
make my judgment off of
off
first
of
date.
a first
yeah.
date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, lots of people do that, but I don't think I would be able to do that just because.
Sometimes
Just
it
a
is
good man, Matt.
Yeah,
Such a
exactly.
good
Well-rounded.
well-rounded man.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like sometimes though, like first date, if you know if they're like the one you want to date or something,
Or you have an idea. At least.
you have an idea like, maybe this could go somewhere. But sometimes you're like, yeah, they're not for
My
me.
first
Yeah,
date,
no.
I let out everything I've done. I don't know if that's right. Is that good?
That's
I don't
awful.
think that's,
That's
good.
awful.
That's
Don't
not.
do that.
Don't
No,
ever
don't
do that. But I
No.
did it, and she stayed with me. How amazing! That means it was meant to be.
Wow.
I guess.
You have a good girlfriend, I'd say.
I'd say so too.
Well,
Shout out Addison's girlfriend.
yeah. I
Yeah.
guess.
Can't say names on the podcast, but shout out her.
God, Metzger. Way to just lay it out there for him.
Yeah. Way to tell us how it is. All right. I think now it'll be time to end the podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and please listen to our next one.